Hello there and welcome to the Video Game News Report. Today is June 11th of the year of our Lord 2012. I'm your host, Kagami, and guest starring today is little mini flashes I'm sure you can see. We're going to start things off with, a heavy hitter. Skyrim. What? Yeah, Skyrim. It's got DLC coming out. Here's more on this segment.
Level up!
Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has DLC being released in September for the Xbox 360 and TBA, I don't know what month TBA is, but TBA for PS3 and PC. I don't really like it when DLCs do this. I mean, Battlefield is doing it. I don't know any other things that are doing it, but I'm sure other things have done it. The DLC is called Dawn Guard, and there's a lot of stuff coming in, and it can be useful for new players and old players. It's all about the vampire lord Harkon. He wants to defeat his nemesis, Sol, or the sun. Because vampires are hurt by the sun, and he wants the power of the magical, mystical, merfical Elder Scrolls to destroy the sun. Because that won't do any negative things to the world. But throughout this, you can choose to become a vampire lord. It, really revamps the powers, because being a vampire was just not worth it with the old one. But now, with DLC, it's starting to be worth it again. You can even become a vampire lord yourself. And if you named your character Harkon, you'll be Harkon, the vampire lord, serving Harkon, the vampire lord. Isn't that what you want? Yeah, that's exactly what you want. You can transform at will, so you're not like a werewolf, stuck as a werewolf, kind of. But now you can just be like, I'm a vampire lord, and then be like, I'm not a vampire lord. Guys, chill. Chillax. I won't hurt you. Yet. So, that's some pretty good new content. But if you don't want to be a werewolf or a vampire, that part doesn't really matter. But there's more. There's new enemies coming to the game. And new weapons. Like a crossbow. That way you can be a vampire slayer with a crossbow. Because who doesn't want to do that? The benefit to the crossbow is that it's loaded. It's always loaded. So you don't have to go. So that's kind of a benefit, but it reloads slower. So it's got its drawbacks. But your horse is now more useful, because you can fight on horse. Aw, mini flash. He was tired of all this, so that's not good. You're gonna upset people. You are. We're upset people. Anyway, besides that, horseback riding, which he jumping right into the horseback riding, fighting. You can fight on horseback rides. New dragons. If you killed every dragon you could find, there's more. We've got legendary dragons, because they're legendary. That does not anyway, there's, I gotta write things down better. Gargoyles, death hounds, and armored trolls as well. So, more variety into your enemies. The DLC, it's about level 10 where you should start if you're starting new. Mounted combat's awesome. New shouts. And you get to go to Oblivion. Stick around for our next segment of Boom Headshot. Gears of War was a great game. I mean, you get a chainsaw, and a gun. Yeah, you could just chainsaw and shoot. It's like jump and shoot, but chainsaw and shoot. The trilogy ended though. So, Gears of War is done, isn't it? Nope. Gears of War Judgment is going to be released in about 2013, meaning probably September-ish. Let's go with that. That's when the other Gears games were released. So around September, this is my guess, Judgment, Gears of War Judgment comes out. Now, Gears of War 3 ended the series really well, so you can't go another game after it without cheesing it off. But there's all that prior stuff still up for the taking. This game takes place about 15 years before Gears 1. So, and you're not Marcus. This isn't another story about Marcus. You are Baird. Damon Baird. My favorite character in the game. So, I think that's awesome. I mean, you get to play as Baird and, like, go through his story. Because you got to go through Dom's story. Marcus's story was the whole point of the game. And Coltrane is Coltrane. I'm going to get a lot of heart for that, but I don't like him because he's just Coltrane. But they did go into his storyline as well in the third game. But this one is Baird's storyline. Now, you take place as Baird, as the main character, and Kilo Squad. You know, 2.2 pounds, I think. Yeah, 2.2 pounds per kilo. So you get to take place a 2.2 pound squad, and it consists of Baird, Cole, Paddock, Garen, his name's Garen Paddock, and Sophia Hendricks. Now, there's not too much released about it besides, like, you know, the whole backstory and, like, oh, this is basically what it is. A lot of gameplay elements are going to be the same, I'm assuming, because why fix what isn't broken? What? Mind's been blown. Anyway, there's some new multiplayer elements, I believe, because there's 8 different locusts, and it's a pretty big variety. Like, you can even be that spider thing, so I don't really know how that's going to work out. You can be a giant tunneling worm thingy. These names are awesome. But there's also, like, each character has their own speciality, specific to the character themselves. Baird is an engineer, so he engineers stuff. Cole is Coltrane. That's his title. It's going to be Coltrane. Garrison, Paddock, is a scout, so he's a sniper. And then Sophia Hendricks is the medic. You can revive down teammates with a grenade. I mean, I play Battlefield a lot, and you can just go poof. No, just chuck a grenade at somebody. That'll help them. But yeah, so I'll go more into the game later on. But right now, I just wanted to introduce it. I'm looking forward to it. But now, to the next segment. Go! Don't turn out the lights. Dead Space is a great game. Dead Space 2 is a great game. Dead Space 3? What? Yeah, that's coming out with Dead Space 3. Now, the point of Dead Space 1 was that you're an engineer and you gotta go through it. You're Isaac Clarke, with an E at the end. Clarke, like touche. So you gotta fight all the necromorphs, which are controlled by the marker. Or spawned by the marker, so there's a marker. And it's not a regular marker, it's a giant stone thingy. But the point of the first game is to save your girlfriend, but she's dead. There's actually an Easter egg that if you pay attention to the first letter, I think it says she is dead or Nicole is dead. I think her name's Nicole. I should have looked that up. Oh well. Anyway, so in the second game you have a lot of psychological problems because the marker's like, let's twist his mind and make Nicole, his girly friend who's dead, try to kill him some more. But now it's on to, at the end of the game, you're like, I will sacrifice myself for all the, ooh, spaceship! Yeah, the chick came back, woohoo! Her name's Ellie, E-L-L-I-E, Ellie, Ellie, I'm gonna get a lot of hype for that. Ellie, is your, like, cohort, you saved her and stuff throughout the game. Of 2. Number 2! So, that's pretty cool. But, it's going down to some more gameplay mechanics. I don't know too much about the storyline, and I'll leave that for later, because this game comes out February of next year. There's new telekinetic powers. Telekinetic? Oh, sweet, got it right. But yeah, like, there's one of them called the Torture, which is like, it spins somebody. It's like, you pick somebody, where'd you go? Spin them around, rip them apart. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to use it. But it would help, like, turn turbines and stuff. So you're gonna be more of an engineer than just shoving your arm up into something and hitting the spin thing correctly. So I think that's really excellent. There's no competitive multiplayer mode. Now, I know what some of you are saying. Shut up. It was horrible. I didn't like it. I mean, it was kind of cool to run around as the necromorphs. But it's just, no. Nope. But to replace the competitive, there's co-op. I mean, it has to be done online though, so get your friend to buy the game too. But co-op in a horror game? Nah. I think they're gonna do a really good job on it. Unlike some games, not gonna Resident Evil 5, I think this co-op will be really good. And there's differences between the single-player campaign and the co-op campaign. Now, not like detrimental, like, no. This is totally different than this one. But it's still going to be pretty good. You'll get more interactions between the characters and the co-op than you will on the single-player. So just play the game straight through the first time yourself. Then go play with a friend. Because when you play with somebody, it's not as scary. And Dead Space is a pretty jumpy, scary game. One of the things I did see in the article I read was that the Ripper blades and the plasma cutter have been like fused together. So you have a Ripper plasma. So like you could shoot with regular primary fire, you shoot Ripper blades out, and then secondary fire, you'd shoot plasma you'd shoot your plasma cutter. So I think that's pretty cool. I never used the Ripper. I was straight up plasma cutter and javelin thing. I think it was actually called the Javelin. And the assault rifle. I used all the guns except for the Ripper because my disc broke. But anyway, don't forget to buy this game. It's going to be fantastic. Just buy it. Trust me. And now we've got a new segment called The Ending! Okay, it's not a new segment. I end it every time. But like us on the Facebooks. And then follow us on the Twitters. There'll be links in below. I don't know how to post links in the video, so but yeah, Twitter, Facebook, subscribe. Subscribe and become a Kaga-fan. You'll love it. You'll get exclusives to all my videos when they're released, just like anyone who looks at my channel would. But you'll get an update if you're a Kaga-fan. So don't forget, become a Kaga-fan. Do it. Just do it. And post a like if you like this video, or if you like just Gears of War, post a like. And if you've got any comments for something new you want to see me do or talk about, because just comment right down below on the Facebook, on the Twitter. Just don't do it somewhere. But yeah, I'll leave you with this. Okay, see you later.